The first blow. Arrogance in the void. The galaxy had long believed humans were fragile, newcomers still fumbling among the stars. Empires centuries old measured Earth's fleets and laughed. Compared to their armadas, our ships seemed modest. Compared to their dreadnoughts, our carriers looked crude. It was in the Orion Verge that mockery turned to cruelty. The Cathari Dominion, a reptilian empire whose banners had flown across 50 conquered worlds, intercepted a convoy of human settlers. These weren't soldiers, just families, farmers, teachers, engineers, dreamers carving out a colony far from home. The Cathari did not simply destroy the convoy. They made a spectacle. Their fleet broadcast the attack across every channel, every frequency. Children cried as their ships were carved apart. Parents screamed as their airlocks failed. And through it all, the Cathari laughed. When Earth's envoys demanded an explanation, the Cathari delivered a single message, played over and over like a cruel joke. Your kind builds fragile toys and calls them warships. We will burn them as we burn your colonies. The galaxy chuckled with them. To them, humanity's silence was weakness. Mockery in the halls of power. After the slaughter, alien assemblies debated Earth as if humanity were a child at the table. In markets, jokes spread. What do you call a human warship? Scrap with engines. Alien admirals sneered at the very idea of humans commanding fleets. Merchants mocked the toothless Terrans who begged for treaties. Some cultures even composed songs, mock epics about Earth's warships breaking apart under a single volley. And then, they learned of the Leviathan. Earth's response was not immediate. That patience was its own weapon. While alien diplomats congratulated the Cathari for teaching humans a lesson, while alien news feeds replayed the footage of shattered colonies, Earth fell silent. No words, no threats, only silence. And in the black hangars of Luna, something stirred. The awakening of Leviathan. The Leviathan had been humanity's gamble. A warship so vast its schematics were dismissed as fantasy. It was not adorned with banners, nor plated with garish alloys. It was plain steel, matte, unyielding, built not to impress but to end wars. Where alien ships bristled with ornamentation, the Leviathan was bare. Where alien fleets carried thousands, Leviathan required only a crew of 200. Its heart was a reactor forged in the mantle of Earth itself. Its cannon carved from mathematics aliens had dismissed as impossible. For decades it slept beneath coated locks. Humanity had sworn it would never be used unless Earth itself bled. Now Earth bled. The silence before the storm, the Cathari celebrated. They held feasts beneath the scales of their conquered prey. They joked about stringing human starship, hulls as decorations above their capitals. They never noticed the silence-shifting alien. Traders accustomed to Terran chatter on open channels found the networks quiet. Human colonies no longer sent greetings. Human embassies shuttered their doors. Earth itself withdrew, and then a whisper spread across the stars. The Leviathan has awakened. At first, it was dismissed as human rumor, a desperate myth, a bedtime story, until a lone Terran transmission was received. Short, cold, undeniable. One shot. The arrival. The Leviathan entered the Orion Verge with no escort, no fleet, no banners. Just one ship sliding through the dark. Alien fleets assembled to greet it. Dozens of cruisers, battle stations orbiting Cathari colonies, fighter wings primed to swarm. Their commanders laughed. Is this all Earth can send? A single toy? The Leviathan did not respond. It drifted into position, a shadow blotting out stars. Its silence was heavier than any threat. The Cathari broadcast taunts across every frequency. They called it a coffin. They dared it to fire. They even sent attack drones to circle its hull, transmitting laughter as they pinged its armor. The Leviathan remained still, and then it spoke. The voice of Earth. A single message reached every ship, every world, every listening ear. This is Earth. You mocked our warship. You slaughtered our children. You wanted proof of what we are. You will have it. The voice was calm. No rage, no screaming, just certainty. The Cathari fleet fired first. Thousands of beams, missiles, torpedoes, all converging on the solitary Terran ship. The void bloomed with light. For minutes, the Leviathan vanished beneath the storm, and then the storm cleared. The Leviathan remained untouched. Its armor glowed with the fading heat, but it endured. In the silence that followed, the ship's cannon ignited. One shot the Leviathan fired once. No thunder, no blaze of colors, just a single lance of light, sharp and absolute, tearing through the dark. The beam carved through the Cathari fleet like paper. Cruisers split apart, stations ruptured, worlds trembled as their skies lit with fire. In less than a heartbeat, the armada that mocked Earth was ash. The galaxy, watching through stolen feeds, fell silent. Retribution. Across the stars, the Leviathan did not stop. With one shot, it had proven itself. With the next, it would carve memory into stone. It moved from system to system, targeting only the guilty. Cathari war factories, their shipyards, their thrones, all reduced to silence. Each time the Leviathan fired once. And each time that single shot obliterated fleets, shattered defenses, and left nothing but ruin. Alien races who had mocked humanity watched their laughter die. Those who had joined in ridicule now tore their jokes from the archives. They had mocked humanity's patience. Now they witnessed humanity's vengeance, the collapse of mockery. The Cathari dominion crumbled in weeks. Entire sectors fell silent. Their survivors fled into shadows, whispering of the warship that needed only one shot. In alien councils, leaders spoke in hushed tones. If this is what Earth releases when provoked, what else sleeps beneath their silence? Merchants deleted their jokes. Admirals shredded their songs. The galaxy that once mocked Earth now trembled at the memory of a single Terran ship. The aftermath. Fear in the silence. When the Leviathan finally ceased its march, it did not proclaim victory. It did not demand tribute. It simply turned and vanished back into the black, returning to silence. Earth spoke no more. The galaxy, however, could not forget. Survivors whispered in corridors, in marketplaces, in shadowed courts, "Never provoke Earth again." The lesson was carved into the stars. Humanity's patience was vast. Their silence was long, but their vengeance, cold, ruthless, infinite, was more terrible than any empire had ever faced. And so the galaxy lived on in dread, knowing one truth above all. Aliens mocked our warship. Then it fired once,